Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
Good evening and welcome to Flippinar 232. We got the full house in here tonight. We got Miss Williams and Miss Prince Lavender in the house.
Really? You had to think about it? Okay.
Not
And
Miss
me.
Lavender.
Right.
A Lab or AP. That's what's up. So yeah, we're not here Monday. We were not here on Tuesday or Wednesday, but guess what? We are here tonight. So those of you that have been looking for you, here I go. And today's topic, really quick, is what if the title company won't do assignments? What if the title company won't do assignments? So we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate, where your cash credit is not an issue. Low risk, high reward opportunity to get in the real estate game. And we're to talk about a little more, maybe some life lessons, a little fun, and you know how we get down. All right. So if you want to join us live to get your questions answered, jump the line, go VIP at the club, text the word Gator to 205-964-5243, and that'll get you on the live stream with us to get your questions answered first. So I'll go ahead and send it over to AP.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us on this Thursday evening. It is August 4th, guys. We're trucking on through 2022 pretty fast. Still have plenty of time to start your real estate investing career, starting with wholesaling, as I mentioned, with little to no cash or credit. You're in the right place to ask the questions. I'll read the questions, and Ty and Renikia will answer the questions. I think I said that correctly. I didn't say that right. Okay. I'll read them. You read them, they answer. Okay. I mentioned you have a fast pass to the front of the line. Come to the right, text network Gator. You can join us live at 205-964-5243. Would love to have you on. You can ask your question in addition to any other follow-up questions. Rennie, how's it going?
It's great. How are you?
I'm good. Is it hot over there?
It's hot. It's definitely hot. It's been a little cool though. It's been a little cool this week. It's been a lot of raining. So
a little overcast, right? Yeah. Same thing here. It's just setting us up for the scorcher. All right. Want to go around and give some shout outs. Althea, K. Smith, Calvin, Tarnisha, thank you for joining us. Nikki Allen from Memphis, thank you for being here. Go ahead and post those questions in the chat box. Instagram, TikTok, I see you as well. Big Boy Got It 80. Koki.esam 92560. The Tony Romero, I see you. And Chevy_Mopar, Naps_life. Yep, Naps for life. I'm with that. And Sewell Terrace, I see you amongst everybody else on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and all the other social media platforms. Let's get it started. Starting with Tarnisha. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. Hello, everyone. I'm just starting out. So far, I have not had any luck with good phone numbers. What would you suggest? I think I may be off on my filters and looking for motivated sellers. Also, I've heard you mention sending postcards to the homes of sellers. Could you go into a little more detail? I'm using PropStream, which is still a little confusing to me.
Okay, so we're here to try to reduce the confusion. And I'm trying to find the right card for that. Okay, here we go. Text the word list to this number. This video here will help you out a great deal on determining how to build a list. I don't know if I show you how to do the skip tracing in this video. I'm not sure if I do, but text the word list to this number, and that video will show you how to build a list. And then if you text the word text, TXT, to this number, I'll show you how to skip trace in this video. So that'll get you going as far as the type of list you're trying to build. Hopefully you're just not trying to do just vacants or probates or something like that. You have to be a lot broader than that to get the list that you're actually looking for. So.
All right, thank you for answering that. Let's see here. And in regards to postcards.
Well, postcards, this is a different animal. It's more expensive to do if you're going to do it the right way. You need to send out thousands of postcards. So a minimum of probably 3,000 per batch. And, that may cost you, I don't know, let me see, 70, probably between 1,500 to maybe $2,000 or whatever. And so, but you got to be prepared to do that over the next 3 to 6 months. So if you're not prepared to spend that kind of money each month, then don't even start it. Because with postcards or just direct mail in general, you're only looking at normally a 1% response rate. So if you send out 3,000, that's only like 30 people going to call you back. And hopefully you get a deal out of that, but that's generally how it works. That's why people send out hundreds of thousands of them on a monthly basis, so, you can only imagine what that costs. So.
All right. So Cool Kev says, I've used the PropStream trial, found some properties, but do I have to buy it to use the cold calling trial? I'm sorry, I'm new to using the platform. So still talking about that.
Well, PropStream doesn't offer cold calling. That's not one of their tools as far as a service as a dialer. You can build lists there to do whatever you want with. As we were talking to the last person, you can build a list to target people by phone call, text message, or direct mail or whatever. You can use the same list for all three or a combination of those. I don't know what your end game. You have to be a little bit more specific on it as far as what you're trying to do with the trial. And I guess some people probably have done it before, but it really doesn't even make sense to start the trial unless you're really ready to pay the 97 in reality, because you're not going to be able to get the benefit out of it. And I know everyone's situation is different. And Renita, you can expound on this and I guess did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. But I know personally what it's like to be dead broke, right? And so I know that puts you in a pressurized situation to make money fast. Now, you have to change your mindset on that. I know it's hard for me to sit it. It's easy for me to probably sit here now and say that, but you're not talking about anything I don't know about. I'm just fortunate to don't know as much about that as I used to. Let me just say that. But you got to change your mindset that this is a long-term play, because whatever you're doing now, as far as your finances, I ain't saying keep doing it, but unless you're out on the street or something, and that's still relative to the individual, I strongly recommend is looking at this as a way to change that. Now, how fast that's going to happen, that's going to vary from person to person, because there are too many factors in there that are not going to be even or the same for one person versus another. You just need to know that this is an opportunity. If you're here watching this right now, that can change your financial situation, and it can change it quickly, but you need to have a longer term approach to it. So by just getting a free trial or something, don't even start it, because you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to give you what you want out of it in that 4, 5 to 7 or 14 days. Normally, it's not going to give you what you're looking for. This is a marathon, not a 40-yard dash by no means or whatever. But it's real. It's real, and it can change your financial situation and your family's for a long time to come. You got to look at it that way. So, is that a TV?
Well said.
Oh, you ain't got nothing on it?
I know. I mean, that was well said. I think, I think we gotta reset our minds to not get rich quick or flip or hustle. We gotta set our mind on real generational wealth, and real wealth is not created in a hustle mentality. It's only created in a wealth mentality. And the wealth mentality is time. Time is wealth. Time is how you continue to build and continue to make money. So, having a long-term perspective when you're trying to go out here and start a business, this is a business. It's not a hustle. We're not hustling and things of that nature. When you want to go out here and start a business, you gotta have a long-term mindset. If not, you'll burn yourself out quick and you'll think things doesn't work and whatever the case may be. So as long as you set your mind on the long term, mindset, and you understand that things gonna happen. I'm gonna fail forward, whatever. You understand those things. You understand that it happens over time. It don't happen overnight.
All right, thank you. Aurelia Johnson, I'm glad you made the live too. She says, hello, everyone. And to each and every one of you this is your first time being here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're glad you're here. You're taking the first step to learning creative ways to invest in real estate. Wholesaling is most definitely a very lucrative way. It bridges the gap between a lot of different other ways to invest in real estate and generate income. So I'm glad you're here. You're in a good place. Take some notes. The Honest Hour says, I don't have a laptop as of right now, and I drive trucks. Do you suggest using my phone, or should I get a laptop to start? So phones are really, really good right now. Can pretty much do everything a laptop can, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I would, don't use what you have.
Yeah,
You have a phone. I know people right now making millions off their phone. Like seriously, use what you have. I'm pretty sure you can put the pop screen app on your phone, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it has an app. Now, if that's the only thing, but it sounds like he can afford a laptop from the way the question was posed. So yeah, use your phone, but if you can afford a laptop, it's going to, when using the PropStream app is good, but it's not the same experience as the laptop version. You know what I'm saying? It's good because you have that information at your fingertips, but the app is not going to allow you to build lists, and it's a little more difficult to comp on the app versus on the laptop version of it. So, but if that's the only thing that's in your budget, then your phone will work fine. It just, the tools are what they are. Some of them give you a little bit more, give you more of an advantage. And all a laptop is a tool versus others. You know what I'm saying? But use what you have for sure. If you're watching this, you obviously have internet access. That's all you need. If you're watching this right now. So.
And honestly, when you buy that first laptop to just run your business on, it doesn't have to be super expensive.
No.
Get you a $199 laptop just so you can get on there and be able to go to these websites and things of that nature. It does not have to be a super expensive laptop at all.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Renika. Most people, especially if he didn't already have one, then he definitely probably just need to get the least expensive they have in the store. That's an actual laptop, not a Chromebook or none of that. And that may even still work, but if it's just going to be an actual laptop, get the least expensive one that they have in the store, and that's going to actually suffice, because you're really just going to websites, maybe download some stuff or whatever, just as long as you're not download a whole bunch of stuff on the hard drive, like photos and a lot of documents. You'll be fine. And you can use like Google Drive and places like that to even store that, so it's not actually on your device and bogging it down over time. So, but yeah, get the least expensive in the store. That's an actual laptop.
Not one of them Chrome boxes. Oh, I hate Chromebooks. Okay, thank you for answering that question, and hopefully the honest hour that got you taken care of. Cold-hearted underscore J101 says, I've been wanting to get into wholesale for so long. I'm only 22 years old, but I just don't know where to start. Can you help me? I say you are in the right place right now. Best place to be on a Thursday evening. But also, you can text the letters VIP to the number 205-964-5243, and you will be taken to a playlist that has kind of organized the top videos available to you on YouTube to get you started wholesaling. Watch those, watch those, watch those, and watch them again. And then when you get done watching them one more time, and then you will be in a good place to start your wholesaling career. And then make sure you're joining us here every Thursday. Make sure you're joining that Wholesaling with the Flipman Real Estate, Wholesaling Real Estate with the Flipman Facebook group, and just listen and learn. Consistently educating yourself is how this works. It's not easy, but what?
More than possible.
More than possible.
Yeah.
Amanda Laypool, I see your profile picture down there. As soon as I see you actually show up, I will bring you on live. Don't forget, you can fast track yourself to the front of the line, ask your questions and any follow-up questions by texting the word Gator, Gator, to 205-964-5243, and you'll be sent a link to join us live. Boom. Next question. This is from Sonia Clark. Hey, Sonia. When using Privy, what would be the correct verbiage to get agents to make an offer for you? I've had an agent tell me he doesn't do that. Should I just go through List Agent?
Well, okay. So just period. Forget about Privy, whatever. But whenever you're dealing with an agent, all of them are not going to be responsive to you. They should be, but some of them, because they may can sense your inexperience on the way that conversation may have went. They may feel it's a time waster or whatever. So that's cool. That's fine. You're just going to have people like that or whatever. So, but to answer your question, whenever you're reaching out, she's talking from the standpoint that she wants to make offers through an agent on properties that are listed. Now, unless it's a state that's not a dual listing state, then that's really I ain't gonna say the only time you need another agent involved. It's best just to reach out to the agent that has the listing. And the best way is I ain't gonna say the best way because each agent is different. I would initially send them an email, right, with your offer, and when you do that, follow up with a phone call. They don't answer, follow up with a text message, right? Because a lot of times, they don't know who it is or whatever. So now you've made, when you make that phone call, they don't answer, leave a voicemail, follow up with the text message. So now you made 3 communications to them. So that's, or you can go in any one of those methods or whatever. But I would recommend emailing over the agreement first. What you're offering first. You may not know what to put in there, but we can get into that later. And then call to see if they received it. They don't answer, then a text message.
All right. Thank you for answering that.
But we can have an agent. If Nick can tell you better than I can. Listen.
I apologize. What was her question?
All right. She wants to go back to it, agent.
Okay, great. Let me do that.
She said the agents are not responsive.
Well, one agent that she talked to, she asked the agent, would she be interested in making an offer on a property for them? And the agent said, I don't do that. That's what that agent said.
Well, some agents are buyer's agent, some agents are seller's agent. And when an agent that determines that they want to be a seller agent, they're not representing a buyer. However, I don't know why they don't do both, but some agents don't do both. They only gonna represent the seller. They're not gonna go submit offers on your behalf because they're not a buyer's agent. And on top of that, a lot of agents don't like working with real estate investors as well. So it's just, this block between agents and real estate investors because they think real estate investors waste their time. So when you're speaking with an agent, I don't know if you're speaking with her as if you're an investor, but if you do say things like that, just make sure you bring it full circle on how they can benefit by working with you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for answering that. I greatly appreciate that. Amanda, are you ready to come on? You were there, then you went away, then your profile picture was up, and now you're gone again. Okay, going to the questions. So Terenzion DD official page. Boy, y'all be giving me with these names. Okay, so Ty, get ready. There's a card for this. Rainy, there's a card for this. Watch this. Okay.
Magic trick.
As it relates to LLCs, boom, there you go. And trademark names. Is it better to wait to get your LLC, or is it okay to start the business with your EIN number and trade name?
Well, if you got the EIN, you might as well go ahead and
Just
register.
Yeah,
you might as well go ahead and register something.
Yeah.
But if you text Biz, my people over at PCS will help you with that.
But I know that registration fee is different. I think like in Atlanta it's like $100, but I heard it can be up north 1,000 or something like that. But if you have that, it's really considered a sole proprietor. But you can still do business as a sole proprietor. But you eventually do want a sole proprietor has no benefit than if you was using your own name. It's almost the same thing. So you eventually want to turn that into an LLC as soon as you can.
All right, thank you. PYT_.mick. Yes, I'm not guessing though. What are you doing? And if you have a question for AP, post it in the chat. Thank you. That's Mickey. Okay. Larry Ruffin. Hi all. I have a potential triplex apartment building that I can put under contract in 30 days driving from dollars. Being that it's a 3-unit, does that still mean that it falls under commercial property?
Good question. No, commercial properties are 5 units or more. Residential is still considered a quad, which is a 4-plex, triplex, and a duplex are all considered residential properties. Once you get to 5 units and more, it'd be considered commercial.
Okay, so go ahead and comment in the section, in the comment section, the follow-up to that. And then, we will, I will follow up and get that answer for you. Amanda, I see your question in the private chat. You don't want to come on, you can ask it, but I'll read it for you. I own a roofing company and I want to get away from it. What's your best advice for someone just starting out? I have been in sales my whole life and I know a lot of real estate agents. Can you explain the first step to start? So we kind of did that for the young user earlier in regards to being 22 years old and wanting to start in texting the letters VIP to the number 205-964-5243. And that is getting access to a playlist of videos. But I guess, Renikia, if you have a back pocket full of real estate agents and you've been in roofing, which means you have some idea on maybe repairs in some shape, form, or fashion, how could you use that to your advantage?
I think that's a great question, but I think first you have to figure out what's your starting point. So many people say, how do I get into real estate? I'm like, there's a million different avenues into real estate. You can be a project manager, you can be a realtor, you can be a broker, you can be a real estate investor, a GC, appraiser, electrician. First you have to determine what do you want to accomplish in the real estate industry. Are you just trying to get your feet wet, figure things out? Or you see yourself as a landlord, as a renter? You see yourself flipping houses since you're a roofer? What exactly do you see yourself at? But most importantly, in my opinion, I think no matter what avenue you go in real estate, you should always have a foundation of wholesaling. Why? Because as a real estate investor, you may look at 20, 30 houses before you determine which house is best for your portfolio. So instead of just throwing those properties back into the wayside, you were able to, maybe repackage those properties and be able to assign those or wholesale those off to other investors. So my opinion, I think you just should always have an understanding of wholesaling real estate, no matter what avenue you really want to go into. So I would say the first foundation is just getting into wholesaling. And once you get into wholesaling, you begin to understand exactly which route you want to take. And then you're dealing with a lot of real estate investors and things of that nature. See, a lot of real estate investors, they are the gatekeepers to this real estate out here before it hits the market. So you want to take advantage of the fact that all these real estate investors say, hey, I'm an active investor. Let me know if you have any properties prior to it going into the on the market, and see if I can see if I can purchase any of your properties prior to it reaching the market and things of that nature. But just utilizing those real estate investors, because they have the database and they are the gatekeepers to the industry. So.
All right. Thank you for answering that question as always. And the follow-up to the triplex from Mr. Ruffin was, so can I wholesale the triplex as a regular single family house or as 3 individual houses?
You got to wholesale it as a 3-unit. You have to wholesale it as a 3-unit. Now, have I seen people sell off each unit? Absolutely. I have definitely seen people sell off each unit. So there's multiple possibilities with that. You can sell off each unit if there's a buyer that wants to come in and buy a unit. But I think the easier, since it's a triplex, it's probably easier just to sell that entire triplex to another investor who want to benefit from that opportunity. What do you say, Tom?
Yeah, it's going to be easier just to probably just sell it as one particular unit. I'm sure it has the one address. Well, it may have multiple addresses. I'm sorry, but yeah, you want to sell it out as one entity, just one building or whatever. So that's what like I say, it's possible to sell it off in individuals, but it's more attractive if an investor can have all of that income coming from one location.
All right, Brian, I see you down there. I'm going to read one more question. I will bring you on, so just bear with me one moment. And anyone that's over there on Instagram, if you're not sure what to text, follow the instructions that PYT Mickey's put in there. Text Gator, Gator, and yep, that's the number right there in the chat. Text 205-964-5243. Mickey's working from the house in the chat group.
Of course.
Okay.
Outside of my mom, I think she's my second best fan. Or yours. Yours.
And asking for ice cream. Okay. Let's see here. Ariella, how do you treat a already renovated home when doing the ARV formula, as the ARV formula is set up for you to get the amount of the home if it was in excellent condition?
I mean, if it's already renovated, it's already probably at ARV or something close to it. But it's the ARV, the after repair value. What was the question? How do you?
When doing the ARV formula, how do you treat an already renovated home?
Okay, the ARV formula is the numbers. It's the numbers. The numbers are kind of fixed. So after repair value is the average of the comps. So no matter what, if it's renovated or not renovated, it's almost a fixed number because it's the average of the comps that is around it. So no matter what the renovations are, you're gonna just pull the comps and take the average of those comps and determine if there's enough equity in that deal that still makes sense. But however, if it's already renovated, most likely the equity has been sucked out already. But just run your numbers by taking the average of the comps in the area.
Yeah, just because it doesn't need any renovations, which is rare, but I guess possible, obviously. Then, as Renika is saying, you're still just gonna run the numbers. It's just the repairs are zero.
Yeah.
You're still gonna run the numbers the same.
Okay, Brian. Oh, I should have just brought him on then. Oh, I let Brian slip away. Brian, come on back. Okay, so as soon as I see Brian,
Yeah, take too long.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. I will bring you on as soon as I see your face the next time. Let's see here. The So in the private chat, Amanda, okay, this is actually Brian in the chat. Brian, you could have come on and just asked this yourself, but I'll read it for you. And if you have a follow-up question, you can join us live. But the question was, what contract paper will I need and how can I seal the deal? So the contract is available to each and every one of you. The contract that Ty has been using since the beginning of his wholesaling career. It works. It's one page. It's simple. It's straight to the point. It is available to you. You can either go to dealyoullater.com. The contract is there. You can plug and chug your information. You can then email it out or print it if you just got to. Or is there a text code for the contract?
Oh yeah.
I'm
sorry.
You slacking, bro. You slacking.
Slipping, man. Yeah, we got it. Go ahead. I'll pull it up.
Okay, so Brian, there it is. Contract, CONTRACT to the number 205.
Yeah, contract has an R.
I see it.
Right. No, not you.
Oh, not contact. Because you see contact come a lot across.
Contract has an aura.
Okay. Amanda, I'm bringing you on. I see you. Hey, Amanda.
Hey,
Hey, thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, where are you calling from?
Surfside Beach, South Carolina.
Ooh, South Carolina. Okay, so you own a roofing company. Shout out to you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay.
Congrats.
Y'all can see on your end.
I can, thankfully.
I can't see on my end, but go ahead though.
She's dark. Yeah.
Oh, she's dark. Oh, you can't see.
No. It's like the lights are off. I can kind of see the shadow.
If you got some lights to face, Amanda, but go ahead though. That's fine. Make it happen.
There you go.
There.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
that pretty face, Amanda.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were laying back. All right. That's what's up.
No, women.
I
I
was trying to get up for
I've had a
real,
long
but
day.
okay.
Hey, I'm imposing. What you got, Amanda?
No, I mean, I'm just now getting into this, like the whole wholesaling thing. I found you and I found your story and stuff like that, and I found it very inspiring. And I'm just now starting to like get into the real estate part of things. I've been in sales my whole life. I was a senior vice president for Fortune 400 company, so I know the whole sales side of it. But the side of like wholesaling, I'm just now starting to like research. So I'm going to go through all you. I want to go through them again, but it's kind of mind-boggling to me, I guess. Just trying to like the contracts, just getting everything done. I mean, I've got all the tools that I need. I've got real estate agents, I've got investors and stuff like that. So I think it would be easy for me to do.
All right. So let's start from the beginning here. Okay. All right. You say you're in South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is I'm gonna simplify it, then I'll try to go into a little more detail. All right.
Okay.
It's all about how effective are you at finding great real estate deals. All right. That's the number one objective. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Assuming you find that great real estate deal. So now what? Whether you have the money or you don't. So now what? As far as wholesale perspective. So if you find that great real estate deal, assuming you're dealing directly with the owner, and then sometimes you can be dealing with an agent, both work. Now you have to position yourself so you can get paid. Now you can go tell this guy or that guy or whatever, but now you're trusting them to pay you, right? Okay, so to remove that disability of having to trust them, we go through the paperwork to ensure you get paid, or at least get it in the 90 percentile that you're going to get paid, high 90%.
Okay.
All right, and that's done with what all real estate transactions start with is a purchase and sales agreement. That doesn't give you ownership. It just gives you the legal right to purchase the property based on the terms and the time frame that you and the seller agreed upon. Now, that agreement gives you some form of power, especially if it's an actual great deal, because now individuals that like to invest in that particular area and that type of property, assuming houses, they will pay you to basically move out of the way. right? It's called an assignment fee, or you could double close it. I'll try to explain the double closing. But the assignment fee is basically you're assigning your contract over, or you're assigning your position over to them for an assignment fee, right? And that assignment fee has no barriers. It could be $1,000, or it could be $1,000, $1,000. 100,000. There's no limit. It could be $1 million. It could be 10 million. It could be $1. It just there's no boundaries. So how your money is determined is how great of a deal you negotiated based on. We have to go backwards. We have to first figure out what will this house sell for in excellent condition once it's been renovated. In most cases, we're talking about fix and flips for the most part. Rentals can be a little different, but what can this house sell for in excellent condition? Once we determine that, then there's a simple formula, and people do it different ways, but there's a simple formula that you can use to determine if there's a potential opportunity there. Okay, so once you figure out, we call it ARV, after repair value. ARV, after repair value, meaning, again, once it's fixed up, what will it appraise for? Okay, so once you determine that, you can just do the simple math. We'll just use $100,000. The simple formula is ARV times 70%. What does that 70% represent? It represents a 30% discount off the ARV, right? So the simple math part of it is instead of 30% times the ARV is 70% times the ARV, because it gets you down to the next number, which in this situation, 100,000 times 70% would be 70,000. Okay, so now we need to determine what the repairs are on the property. Now, you're saying you're in the roofing business?
I have been for almost 15 years.
Okay, so you probably obviously can tell with someone what it costs to do a roof, but if nothing else, you're going to know other individuals that can tell you what it would take to renovate an entire house. You may already know that. So once
I'm a general contractor.
Yeah. Okay, so oh yeah, you're in the game. So you determine what the ARV is, and then you minus the repairs. The next step is now you can sort of build in what you can make off the deal. Now, a simple way of doing, and it's all negotiable, but a simple way to doing to see if you're close as far as the numbers, you can do 7 to 10% of the ARV to give you an idea what you could potentially make on the deal. So on $100,000, that could be from 7,000 at 7%, 8,000 at 8%, 9,000 at 9%, 10,000 at 10%, or whatever. Okay, so we'll just use 10,000. So now we'll say the repairs were 30,000. So we got the 100,000 times 70% equals 70,000, minus 30,000 equals 40, minus 10,000 equals 30,000. So that's your number you need to get the property on the contract for, or less. Now, again, that's just a formula. It can be manipulated and used in different ways, depending on the market and how hot it is. That people may pay more, they may not even pay that. But that's a general number that lets you know if you're wasting your time or not, as far as a wholesale deal. Now, other things you can do if they want more than that 30,000, assuming your numbers are correct. But as far as just to keep it simplified on what we're talking about right now, you need to get it at 30,000 or less. So you say, well, why would someone, if a house would be worth $100,000, why would they sell it to me for $30,000? They got this thing called life, and it creates motivated sellers, right? Divorce, death, loss of income or job, relocation, tired landlords, too many repairs. I can go on and on. Kids' tuition, medical situation or medical bills. So just life. So your job as a wholesaler is to make sure you're talking to enough people that own real estate, that the numbers are just going to own real estate, and then some of them will want to sell, and some of them will be motivated to sell cheap enough where you can find that house that's with an ARV of 100,000, but you can get it for 30,000. So I don't know if that helps, but that's now.
Well, the market's about to go crazy, so.
And honestly, with you already having a GC license, when you have an advantage. You can walk into these deals and know exactly, what the repairs would be, and know exactly how to process, position yourself if you was a wholesaler. It's crazy. I meet a lot of general contractors or subcontractors who don't know the flipping game. And I'm like, if y'all understood that that's 80%, like the GC, what the GC does is almost 80% of a flip. The other percentage is the formula, the after repair value formula, and knowing your numbers. So all you would need to understand in those formulas, you have the maximum, the maximum offer,
allowable
offer number equation, and then you learn the 70% rule equation. When you learn those two equations, you can really go out there and be very aggressive because you already know how to repair a home. You already know how to price a home. So it's easy for you to be able to, all you need to know is two formulas. Is that wholesale formula if you want to maximize your assignment fee, and the 70% formula if you want to flip. When you bridge those two formulas with the knowledge that you already have, it's gonna become like a light bulb. You're just gonna understand exactly what you need to do.
I guess that's where I was trying to get to, like how your guys' formulas and stuff like that. I'm good with numbers, and I can talk a good game. I can help anybody else.
Well, yeah. If you text the letters, DC to the 205-964-5243 on my website, gigalator.com.
I already got you.
Calculator that helps. It's a very simple calculator, but if it does nothing else, it prevents you from wasting time on stuff that has no chance of being a wholesale deal. So,
can I use my same LLC, or I need this one?
Use the same LLC.
Okay. Because I've got two LLCs.
I mean, if you want to start flipping and stuff like that, maybe eventually get a new LLC so you don't put all your assets under one, so you can protect yourself if anything go wrong. Is only have that one asset. But yeah, absolutely, you can use what you have. Yeah, especially for wholesaling. You know, when you want to start taking the full possession of it, you may want to get a new LLC just to protect your asset, that one asset, from maybe the other things that you do in your LLC. Commingling.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
No worries.
No problem at all. Please join us again.
Thank you for joining us, Amanda. Have a good night.
I will, definitely. You too. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. All right. Let me go ahead and bring Big Daddy Flips on. Hey, Big Daddy.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Where you calling from?
I'm from Georgia. I'm pretty much running west of Atlanta. So
the west side.
Yeah, you're in Atlanta, right? Yeah, I'm from. All right, I'm in Polk County, Paulding County area.
Oh, you really on the west side?
On the west side. I like it out here. But
what question you got for us?
I'm coming on just to get my for the people that's out here on here trying to learn this course, learning wholesaling. I started out falling in the flip man. Ooh, man, about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I went full time. I've been doing wholesaling full time about 2.5 years now. But y'all people that's on the edge that don't want to, that's hesitant, just gotta go out there and do it. I'm a boots on the ground type of guy, so I started out with the bandit signs. I put the bandit signs everywhere. The police gonna call you, everything. Don't never go pick
the police calls. Tell the people how you got through the police calls.
Because police call. Okay, so I got the police calling me. I do my bandit signs with the zip ties. Like I put a zip tie on them. I zip tie them everywhere, like on stop signs or any sign at any intersection. So, after you flood a whole town, the cops, by the time they pick up about 5 or 10 of them, they're like, you need to come get your signs. Like, all right, I'll send somebody down there.
Yeah. Well, you want my number.
So they never fined you though. They never served you a fine, huh?
I told them not to put them signs. They got you.
Like
I told them not to do that.
You will only get served a fine if you go down and pick them up. That's
You're
what
right. They're waiting for you to pick them up.
they're like, I come down. I be down there. Like, I was like, and I just and what you could use as an excuse is like, I tell the police like, well, I hired somebody to do that. They just put it. You know what I mean, my bad. They put them everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean, like, so, but the bandit signs works for me pretty much. Also, what people need to do when you need to treat this as a business, it's a work. I made a lot of my business lately at just like at Waffle House, at just in line at local stores and stuff like that. I be ear hustling, so like you be at the line, you hear somebody talking about real estate or something, talking about like their house or something. Like I said, oh, for real? You always keep a business card in your pocket, so you're like, oh, like I'm a local real estate investor. I buy houses in the area, blah 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 blah. Give me a call. They're like, oh, and it's like, oh, you know, I got a house over here that I'm trying to get rid of.
Right.
And I made over 6 figures doing that every year. So, like, so I can't.
What market are you in, my man?
Atlanta.
I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in west side, the countryside of Atlanta.
Yeah, right.
That's what's up.
People don't come out this way. And y'all stay out of I want to see y'all signs in my area. I'm just saying.
You out in Polk County.
Somebody
I like that though, because everybody think, let me go to the popular areas. You know, let me go take over an area that is popular, because there's a lot of surrounding cities and counties that is popular, but everybody want to flood the West End. Everybody want to flood what's downtown. Go take over Union City. Go take over Douglasville. Go take over Conyers. You know, there's so many opportunities out here. It's definitely a place like Metro Atlanta. So
just like not just Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's flooded with a bunch of wholesalers.
Yeah.
So I just it just happened. This is where all my business navigated to. So, and I just like the fact that so like you said, you do it. Well, he was just talking to the lady about the assignment fee and double close. I do double close. So I don't like the buyer. I lost so many deals with the buyer find out when the finds out how much you're making.
Yeah.
Like
they count your pockets every time.
I almost lost I did my first commercial deal recently. And I actually cut he found out what I was making. I had marked it up $100,000, 100 bands. And it was like, he found out, you making $100,000. I said, bro, it's like, it's still a deal, ain't it? And like,
still got what you want.
You still got what you want. The deal is the deal. Don't worry about what I'm making. I don't see nothing about what you're making. It's like, so I had to cut that in half. I still made 50 bands off of it, but but I had to cut it in half. So like, you never always control your deal, and also when you start out, but never give your deal control over to nobody else. But I commend I was just coming to say, tip my head off to the Flippinar. This course is the one that started me out on this, and I ain't paid no money to him. It was all free. I watched all them free videos, watched them over, and I kept watching them. I probably doing with all these wholesalers on here doing now. You be watching them, be like, man, this can't be true. Man, that can't be, man. So then I went on and I was like, man, you know what? Like, I was going to go buy scratch offs tonight. I'm going to tell you how it started. I was going to buy scratch off, and I was about to spend $100 in scratch offs. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go buy these bandit signs that he's talking about. I went and bought them bandit signs. I just went and got my little nephew in the car. We just posted them up all over the place. Next you know, like it went quiet for like 2 days. Next you know, my phone started ringing off the hook. Like, I got a house over here, such and such. Now out here in the west side, I use a whole different method. Than I don't use that 70. I use my own method. So like you learn as you go online.
Okay.
And I don't mind sharing it, but I let the people dig their own hole.
Mm.
So like I said, first you get an idea where their head is at also. So I said, well, what you want for the property? How much you want for it? Sometimes their price might be way low. Many times out here on the west side, they be like, they're like, well, give me $15,000. I look up on I look at what it's worth right now. Like it's worth 100 bands. It's like, oh, okay, sure. I'm like, I still got their price to have. Like, nah, I was thinking more like 7,500. Like, let's meet somewhere in the middle, like 13,000. So. And they say, okay. Then you could take it to somebody. I put 20,000 on top of it.
Mm.
And the rest is still getting a deal. They're like, oh, I'm stealing this. Like, Pam, everybody makes money. So, like, that's just working for me out here. So, I let them dig their own hole.
I hear that.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Well, appreciate you joining us, man. Please join us again. Keep grinding. Keep cashing checks.
Yeah. Congrats on the success.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right.
All right, Brian, you've been waiting so patiently. I see you down there. But Dexter, I'm going to answer this real quick. Yes, you butchered everybody's name. Says, hey, Ty, Adrian, Renika. I didn't butcher the name spellings. I ain't going to tell you how you spell this stuff. Ty, you the only one that was right. Okay.
He said what? He said what?
The name, please spell the names. That was fine. Is a 680 credit score good? I'm sorry, still good enough for loans to do flips. All right, Rennie. So this is all you, boo. So this is Dexter.
Absolutely, 680 credit score. So be honest with you, you're looking for like real asset-based lending, where the house itself is being collateralized with the loan. We can really go down to a 600. Any lender that tells you they can go down to the 600, they can, but it's very costly to you. Your interest rate is going to be higher. You may have to put a little bit more money down as well. So just be mindful of those things. The higher your credit, just a better position you're gonna be able to position yourself. Regardless, you get financing. Regardless of what type of financing you're getting, the higher your credit, the better. But right now, asset-based lending can lend all the way down to 600 credit score.
All right. And while we're talking about that, Renikia, you have a company that offers lending for any of those individuals who have the 680 and up scores that may be interested in taking their wholesaling game to the next level of real estate investing. How could you help them?
Yeah, thank you so much. As always, super thankful for being part of the Flipman Show. My name is Renikia Williams. I specialize in financing, specialize in providing mortgages and loans and rental loans. Fix and flip or investment loans to real estate investors. We specialize in fix and flip, new construction, 30-year rentals, commercial, multifamily, and you do not need tax returns, income verification, nor pay stubs to really get into your real estate deal. But if you are interested in any financing, you can text or call the number on your screen. If it's for financing, feel free to text or call. If it's outside of financing, just text me and I will definitely respond at my earliest convenience.
All right. Thank you, guys. I will leave that up on the screen for a little bit longer. And for those on Instagram and TikTok, that number is 770-246-2307. Renikia is very text friendly, so feel free to text versus call.
Real quick, let me share my screen just to since we have a decent sized audience here. In a mad switch for a property of this type, if you'll notice, this property here is about 8 acres, and it's right off of this freeway right here. This is I think I-81. So you see how close it is to the freeway. If you can find something like that that's for sale, so it can be listed with an agent or whatever, hit me up. It can be an old car dealership or some type of warehousing. But you notice that most of it's parking lot. The building is very small portion of it. So it needs to resemble something like this where most of it is paved parking lot. So it can be something that was a previous business or whatever. So it really doesn't matter. Ideally, though, it can be some type of industrial situation where they were doing some delivery, some type of warehousing. But old car dealership, normally they have the acreage to go with it or whatever. But ideally 5+ acres. But again, the building is whatever structures are there only taking up a small portion of the entire property. And hopefully most of it's paved. So, but the main thing is that well, that's one of the main things. The other thing is you see this is a freeway. So you can tell the freeways, they're red, white, and blue or whatever. So this is right off a freeway. So it can be in a rural area or whatever, but if it's right off the freeway, it won't matter as long as it was a previous property, not just vacant raw land, because that has to be developed. Something that was a business there already. And so it's already paid. It has plumbing, it has utilities. So we won't have to go through all of that. So pretty much anywhere in the country or whatever. So I just want to put that out there to you guys. You can make some quick money off of me. So let me know. But what we had going? Hey, what was the question?
There was no question. We were done, but you want to do the topic of the day?
Yeah, we'll do the topic. Today's topic: what if the title company won't? What is it? What if the title company won't? What if the title company won't do assignments? That's what it is. Yeah. Boom. All right. So what a lot of new wholesalers would do is they'll start to pick up the phone and just start calling. They think they hear somebody, I guess similar to me, and they say, you need to get your team together. You need to get your attorney, your title company, your realtor, la, 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 la. And you'll soon find out that when you start calling these title companies, number one, you don't even know who you're getting on the phone. They may do assignments every day, but the person you're talking to don't know it, right? And so I discourage doing that because it can be discouraging. Like, oh, they lying. Ain't nobody doing this. They never even heard of this before. They say it's illegal or whatever. You're going to get all those types of responses. So with that being said, if you're calling around, I don't encourage you to do that. Leverage social media, right? You know, you use my Facebook group or others, but my Facebook group, Wholesaling Real Estate with the Flip Man, you can join there and just post a question. What title company or what closing attorney, depending on what state you're in, you can only use attorneys to close deals, are wholesaler friendly in whatever the name of the city is, right? It's that simple. You're going to have a number of responses. They're going to be local wholesaling groups to whatever city you're targeting, any decent sized city. You ask that same question in the group, and some people are going to offer referrals. So now you're not just on Google searching and getting discouraged and told, no, we don't do this. This is illegal. I've never heard of it. You must need a real estate license and all this stuff. So just leverage social media. It's free. Some people, I'm amazed when they say, and they're trying to actually be in business, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. They used to say that about TikTok. They ain't saying that no more. Right. I tried to tell y'all 2 years ago. But anyway, it's free, and you're in business, and you're not trying to get as much free exposure, as much potential networking as possible. And you don't have those accounts. You do know you don't have to use any of those services, any of those particular platforms for personal use. You do know you can only use them for business. Check my stuff out and you'll see that you don't know nothing about me, very little, right? I'm saying, not saying that anybody wants to do it different. That's whatever. I'm just telling you, I know a lot of people don't get on there because of whatever else they might have going on in their life. They don't want people to know, but they don't have to know. You on there just for business, period. That's what eyeballs are. Guess where you need to be? where the eyeballs are at. Whether you're trying to find a deal, you're trying to network with another wholesaler, an investor, title company, attorneys, whoever. It really matters. No matter what business you're in, you have to have a presence. Social media is the internet.
Yeah.
It's just the next level of the internet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a presence there. Period. Now I know the topic was something else. But I just want to throw that in.
Yeah.
Nikki.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And be honest, I mean, some of the biggest accounts are accounts with no face. They're just posting, they reposting other people things and things of that nature. Those are some of the biggest accounts out there. So if you don't really want to face or put your face out there, put your business out there. You don't have to put a face. There's some people start their business with a cartoon character. Throw a cartoon character out there. There's so many ways to, just kind of put yourself out there, put your business out there. But to answer the question, absolutely. You just want to network, like Todd said, put it in one of those groups. I mean, any major city, somebody got a referral of a really great wholesaler friendly title company or a closing agent. So it's just a matter of you just asking the question out there in those groups.
Ask the question.
And also go to the local real groups. Find those local real estate groups in your backyard and go there. I mean, honestly, if you find that, if you have local real groups or local real estate investment meetup groups, that's all you need. Go straight there. I promise you, there's somebody in there that can refer you a closing attorney. So think about that as well. If you're more face to face, go find your real estate meetup group in your backyard as well.
All right, there you have it, guys. The question of the day. What if your title company says they don't do assignments? Go somewhere else. Okay, just kidding. But
Somebody go.
All right, what else you got?
We can take a couple of questions. I've been gone, so Hey.
Let's see here. So Chantel, what if you found a seller who is motivated, but they already have a real estate agent? Can you still do a wholesale deal?
Of course.
Yeah.
The agent is working for them. Now, the agent will probably be involved and get paid, but that's normally on the seller or whatever. So again, it depends on if it's a dual agency state or not. You may have to bring your own agent to that, but most states are dual agency. So, that one agent can represent both sides, or they can just collect all the commission. I have to pay another agent. But to answer your question, the agent works for them. Now, in a lot of situations, the agents do have a lot of influence over what the seller does. But normally, if a seller is proactive and reach out to you, either one or two things are happening. They're not happy with that agent, or you're just gonna have some people just like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I hired an agent, that's just another layer of me trying to sell my property, but I'm gonna still be proactive myself. You're gonna have those type of people also. So, What do you think, Rick?
No, absolutely. You can absolutely wholesale with an agent, but I think the only hiccup with an agent is that if it's listed on the market, and then you are trying to sell it maybe at a higher price or something of that nature. That's the only hiccup when you're trying to wholesale those homes that's on the MLS market in your city. So just be mindful of that. You want to Google it and it says it out there for sale, because trust me, if it is, the people that do their research, which most investors will, they're going to contact that agent if it's out there listed somewhere. So just be mindful of that when you're dealing with that.
All right. Catherine Vitores, thank you for joining us from San Jose, California. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Yes, Autumn Hawk. I appreciate all you do, Flipman. Educating people is the highest form of love. You're more than welcome. Although I know you want to talk to me, but you're still more than welcome. Thank you for being here. Willie B, the number to call and ask a question is 205-964.
The call and ask a question?
5243. To call and ask a question, to text the word Gator to.
Oh.
Girl,
you said call. I used the term call, so it's text.
No. To text. Text the word call. Text the word Gator. Okay. Can't wait for a Hustle Harder event. Is that what you're gonna call the event? Hustle Harder?
If I had an event, it would have to be something either Day Later or Flippinar. I've branded them too hard.
I got you. I got you. Okay. Hustle Hard would do. Hustle Hard Flippinar. I'm just I'm making it work. Sheila Wooten, go ahead and post that question again. I'm sorry, I might have already scrolled past. I can only scroll so far back up, so I do apologize about that, Miss Sheila. And just to answer this question, this is from Amanda. Amanda, I apologize, I didn't get this when you were on live. But tell me about the signs I hear people talking about. So she's talking about bandit signs. The signs that you see oftentimes during like political seasons or advertisements for typically roofing companies, those bandit signs that are on the stakes, the H stakes in the grass, on the what do you call them, like the right of ways on the interstates, on the streets. Those are bandit signs, the corrugated board signs. They vary in size, vary in color, but that's what we're talking about when we say bandit size. The method,
the same signs that political people. You said that?
I did. I said during the political seasons,
the
signs that you see. Yeah. I did.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a YouTube video in regards to bandit signs, how we suggest you hang them, where to put them, and all of that information, what colors you use, how they should look, what size. Right now, really advocating for the 18 by 24. And if you're ever interested in ordering you some, we can point you in the direction of a pretty good vendor that can offer you a slight discount for going to them from the Flipman. All right, so Amanda, hopefully that helped you out there. Let's see here. Be low key, really easy question, Rennie. How do you find buyers? How do you find buyers? There's a sign for that. There's a code word for that, isn't it, Ty? Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But Rennie, just for this, how do you go about finding buyers?
I mean, personally, I don't think it's one way to find buyers. I think it's a collective of marketing campaigns and marketing strategies. It's putting out the bandit signs. Where people start calling you. We buy houses, we sell houses. People start calling you. Is putting out driving for dollars. It's going to these real groups. Is throwing bait ads out there. It's not one way to find buyers. I think it's just a collective of multiple marketing strategies.
Yeah, like you said, it's multiple ways to find buyers. You can text this buyers to the number, and that video will explain. You can obviously leverage other wholesalers. You can use signage, as you said, bandit signs, house for sale. It's in a $300,000 neighborhood for $140 cash. Call or text, phone number. Investors that frequent that area, they're going to know that that's a deal, for that particular area. We talked about a couple of weeks ago, it might have been last week, you can go to auctions and network there. As Renika mentioned a moment ago, you can go to local meetup groups, REIAs, REIA, REIA groups to network there to find potential buyers. This video that I suggested there, texting the word buyers is allowing you to leverage real estate agents. Google, just go to Google and do a search, sell my house fast, and the name of the city. Those first 2 or 3 pages or results are going to be real players in your market, wholesalers and some actual buyers. So with that being said, you're going to market it because it's free, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, and Craigslist. The lady that made the $285,000 up in the DMV area, she placed that ad on Craigslist. That's how she found a buyer, a cash buyer. Old Craigslist still work.
Right. Good old paper Craigslist.
Yeah. It ain't as free as it used to be, but whatever.
All right. Thank you for answering that. And also keep in mind, in regards to buyers, if you need any assistance with that, text the word buyers to the number 205-964-5243. Terrence has a question, Renika. Says, I found a motivated seller that has multiple houses. Do I put all of them on one contract or are they all separate? Separate houses, separate contracts. Unless
Um,
what?
and I think that's a really great question. I think your contract and have them all on one, but I think it's all going to determine your exit. Is there going to be one buyer that's going to come buy all of them, or is there going to be multiple buyers that's going to cherry pick and buy one or two of those multiple houses, and then another buyer come buy another one or two? So depending on how you are exiting or assigning those, wholesaling those properties to the end buyer will determine would you need separate them the properties in their contract, because if it's two buyers come by that portfolio, then you'll want to separate each buyer with the properties that they're looking to purchase. So it's all boils down to the exit and the end buyer.
All right. Thank you for answering that. Okay, Sheila, thank you for reposting that. If I have access to MLS, do you recommend getting Privy? Also on the video is that the actual system is for 97, not interested in the coaching program. So if you already have access to MLS, say you know somebody to know somebody, you got full access. Do you even need Privy?
No. That's totally up to you.
Okay.
You want to work with us, you need to be getting down like that.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sheila, hopefully you got that answer there. So next question, Flip.
Well, you know what? Let me back up on that. It doesn't matter, but we prefer you to be working. Let me say that. I hate to turn down a deal if it's a deal.
Gotcha. Are you looking to take on a beautifully remodeled 3-bedroom, 2-bed manufactured? Must be relocated as the owner just finished building their new home on the property. Thank you. No.
So it needs to be moved.
A mobile home that needs to be moved.
Oh no, I'm not in that game.
How much? I just had a buyer that looking for mobile homes today. It's crazy. Where is it located? How much? And how much the seller wants for it?
All right, Dion, you up? Responding, I will read the response in the contract. Oh, no. This is the part. Also, Rennie, I take it all back. It's not on the contract yet. I'm working on that, but seller seems very motivated. Okay, get it on the contract first. Yes, work that part out. Work your numbers out first, and then slide back.
Yeah, on the mobile home, if you're trying to get a value on it, it can be somewhat challenging sometimes, but a simple thing you can do, you need to know the year it was manufactured, the manufacturer, the size, and then you already know it needs to be moved. And what you could do is just try to reach out to local mobile home dealers in the area and see if they buy used mobile homes. If they do, just tell them, give them the specs on it. You don't want to tell them where it is though. Give them the specs on it, and they'll probably tell you what they would be willing to pay for it. And that's how you negotiate down. That's how you pay. It's really the same thing. They basically are giving you an ARV. Well, they're really not giving you an ARV. They're giving you what they're paid for. It's quote unquote a cash buyer, and then you know how you'll need to negotiate. So after you get a couple of, I guess, evaluation on what they'll pay. So that's what I would recommend you do.
All right. Thank you for that.
You got Renika's friend. Like I said, you still can hit her up. You got her number. So
the response was 45,000.
What that they'll pay? I mean, they want to sell it for.
Mm-hmm.
So Renika will know that. So now you need to find. I'm sure Renika's guy is going to want to know the year, the manufacturer,
right?
Size. So.
Yeah. And where is it located?
And the location, not the address. Probably she just needs to know what.
But
city.
yeah, the city. Just I'm trying the state, the city, trying to see how far it is from where this guy's land is, and see if it's even worth moving it if it's states away.
Yeah, because it's going to be expensive. You can move it 10 miles and it'd be $6,000-7,000.
Right.
And it can be very expensive. So.
All right. Shaq Smith from Westside D-Town. Thank you for joining us. Where you been, man? I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Express yourself. Troy. Hey, I see you. How you doing today, Troy?
He's on the live.
I can't hear you, but I see you. Okay, well, just come back. I could read your lips. You said my bad. Just whenever you get ready to come back on, just wave at me, and I will bring you back on before we close out. Um, let's see here. Michael Fortones, absolutely. Is it possible for anyone to contact you outside of the live for coaching from you and your team? I'm at a point where I'm taking action and I got properties, but it's some questions that I have to ask.
He say it again.
Is it possible for anyone to contact you outside of the live for coaching from you and your team? I'm at a point where I'm taking action and I got properties, but is there some questions that I have to ask?
Well, yeah, it's offered as a paid option, but if you got questions, why not just either ask them here? If you're not giving away any property addresses or anything, why not ask them here for free and get free answers or whatever? Or you can post them in the comments section of any of my YouTube videos, and I answer those for free also. Yeah. But it's up to you. I don't, bills still got to be paid, baby. Your boy, take it on. Let's get it. Let's give you the other option.
All right, Troy, let's try it again. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, thank you for joining us. Where are you calling from?
From Prince George's County, Maryland.
All right.
I was going to ask you if you're able to comp 2 properties for me.
Okay,
if that was possible.
Yeah, we can get down.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Troy, you ain't out there taking down folks' bandit signs, are you?
Nah.
The real police.
Hey, you got bigger. Tell him, my man, you got bigger fish to fry than taking down bandit signs.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm a supporter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to network. If I might call him up.
I just had to ask.
Right. Yeah, I try to call him up. Hey, what you got going on?
Yeah.
That sounds like a setup, though. But
see, I don't tell him who I am, though. I don't tell him who I am.
Well, what you got, man?
Okay, so my first property I'm talking to the seller is 2117 North Smallwood Avenue, and that's gonna be Baltimore, Maryland.
Smallwood, you said?
Yeah, Smallwood.
Okay, there we go. All right, so this is a row house?
Right, yeah.
It is a row house? Okay. All right. Somebody got some. All right, let me see here. Okay, so Baltimore is a little different. Baltimore and Philadelphia, because they have so many row houses. All right, so ideally, you're trying to comp right in the same area. I know we got some feedback. But there's no activity here. So let me look at this property here and see what that street is looking like. This is the street. It's an alley like this right here.
That was nice.
I'm on the backside though, right? Hello.
So it's a townhome?
Well, yeah, there's row houses up there, So okay, so is this it, my man? Is he there?
He's there. Yeah, Troy.
Can't hear him.
Can you hear us?
Can't hear you. Okay, it's on this side. I'm sorry. Is this like a grocery store right there on the corner right there?
Wow, right. Ooh, that's the leak, like being right there, but like go downstairs, go get some milk.
Getting it in.
I had to go into the stove for you.
Well, I don't see any activity right here, which well, let me say I see some activity, but it's not where I want it to be. These row houses are tricky. It's really like block by block, and but normally when you see that, you'll see that. Let me go back. You'll see, some of them are vacant on the street, but that doesn't seem to be the case here because you got cars all up and down the street. You may have a one or two vacant or whatever, but for the most part, everything is showing here. And see, the next comp is not until it's way over here, crossing this university and everything. Coppin State, I didn't know Coppin State was up there. Okay, yeah, it's crossing over here and everything. So, but no activity over here, which is strange. Let me do this though. I'm gonna go back in time. Hate to do that, but I will. Let's go back a year.
So it's not no one's buying and selling?
Nah. Yeah, I'm saying that's tricky. Yeah, so even when I go back a whole year, there's nothing. Maybe if I remove this here, let me see if it changes anything. Oh, you know what the problem is? I can already see what the problem is. On the size of it. Let me increase that to 1,200 square feet. See if that changes. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can move back up in time. Let me.
The whole road need to be renovated.
Yeah, let me reset that in there. Let me do that, and I can just adjust from there. Okay, so hopefully we got some. Okay, it still ain't matter.
Wow.
Let me go up a little more because it says it's only let's say 1,500 square feet. It's only 560 square feet. See, that's the issue. Now I do have this one that's 1,444 square feet, but it only sold for 35,000, right? Listed on MLS too.
Was that last year or was that recently?
That was January of this year. So let's actually look at that property and see what condition it was in when it sold. Maybe it was a renovated a property that needed work or something. So yeah, it needed work. So that's sold for that. But we lost him though. So
that's a 3-bed, 2-bath?
It says 4-1, but it's, I guess you can rearrange because you're gonna have to gut it probably anyway.
Right, make it a 4-2.
Yeah. So, but we lost him though. So, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be able to comp that. I can't tell you. There's not enough activity in here, right by it, that I would be comfortable with because those row houses are tricky. Up there, it's literally block by block, and there's no activity in these couple of blocks around it or whatever. So I couldn't help him with that one. But he could join us on. You can join us on Monday, man. If you. Oh, he's there. Okay. So what's the second one?
The second one.
Well, what do they want for? What are he asking for that property?
So this is the thing. He owed 130 on it.
Oh
no!
Right. That's what I was asking. Like, is it even worth?
Is it fully renovated?
No, it needs work.
Oh no! I mean, if I had to pull any comp, it's definitely that $35,000 comp that happened this year.
Yeah, see, nothing is selling over. Well, you got a new construction right here, but nothing is selling over the 40. Well, it's 160 in here. I mean, it's 60, not 160, but 60. But that's like the highest thing, and that's just going out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's upside down, like what.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the next one?
The next one is 2705 Woodland Avenue. Woodland, like WOOD, then land.
Okay. All right. Avenue. Okay. Baltimore. All right. Okay. So it's a townhouse. Let me use that. Boom, 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 boom. Let me do likes to likes. Okay. Just look at the MLS ones. So we got one just right next to it, I think. Yeah. So we have to look at that one. It sold for 1942. The lot is the same, house is exactly the same. Sold back in September of last year for $91,000. Let's look at it and see what condition it was in. It's on Zillow right here. Is that right? Okay, so they didn't renovate it, but it's livable. Yeah, so that's the only thing you really got to go by. Let's blow the map up here, because everything else is down here. Like I said, I don't really want to go outside of these. Townhouses need to be compared to each other. So I'm out. So do you know the condition of this particular property?
So this is the catch. So this was a probate property. The estate, she lives out of state, but there's still someone living in there. And I spoke with the person that lives in there. She was saying that I'm sorry, you guys probably hear the rain. That it's a leak in the roof, and needs some work. And so it needs some. I'm supposed to go see it on Saturday, see the house, and pretty much look at it for myself. But somebody's still living in there at the moment.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. If you can get it at half of what that other property sold,
well, I would say it's livable. So.
Yeah, well, we know it's livable. So yeah, if you could probably get it maybe in the 40s, 50, I think you'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah, she was saying she got like buckets for the leaks and whatnot all over the house and stuff. So I mean, but you say about around 40 or so?
Yeah, you probably got a little room in there, but that's where I would start at for sure.
Okay.
Because I guess if you do like a TLC type of renovation, just kind of lipstick renovation, that other house wasn't renovated, but it looked like someone came in and really cleaned it up as much as they could. Then that could be a comp if you didn't do like real renovations. You won't go in and really put new paint, new countertops, new floors, new everything. I think you probably need a little bit more than that one comp that we've seen for 90-some thousand if you really went in and really renovated it. But then again, there's no comps. There's no true renovated comps, huh?
Right.
Yeah. I'm back. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. So we would try to go with it at that price point. So we've been rolling pretty hard here, guys. We appreciate the ladies for joining us tonight. And remember real quick for me. Where is it? If you find something that looks like this, hit me up right off a freeway, 8, 9, 5 acres or more, mostly paved. The building is only taking up a small portion. Hit your boy up. Let's get it. So with that being said, you got anything else you want to add, Renikia?
No. See you next week.
All righty. You Okay. Boom.
Boom. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye, guys.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 215-964-5243.